Yeah, Michael Stewart. Michael Stewart knows against Richie Sledz. Both these players 6-1. Who's on the play? Better be Revolt Zoo. Uh-oh, Grix is on the play. That's game.
That's game.
Watery Grave. Richie going to fall down to 18. Michael with a forest and experiment fun. Push. Now Thought Scour. 1 is a Polluted Delta. 2 is an Ancestral Vision. 3 goes to the hand. It's a Lightning Bolt.
Michael Stewart approached me outside in between rounds just now.
Yeah.
Gave you a little shout out. Gave you some love.
Nice! I'm glad he's enjoying the deck. Here's a Serum Visions. Draw a card. Scry Deuce. Cryptic Command, Serum Visions.
I have a prediction that Riker is going to stink up the joint in this game.
No way. No way. Rancor is either great or terrible, depending on if they kill the creature in response to Rancor. Because if Rancor gets to hang around, every one of your creatures is very annoying for them to beat. Here's a basic mountain. There's Lightning Bolt. So now we're going to go over to Michael Stewart. Looks like he picked up a copy of Wild Nicottle.
Now the question is, did he keep a one-lander?
Bang.
Okay.
Do we have an Herbalist or a Burning Tree Emissary, not Shaman?
So this land is problematic here for Stewart because it cannot find Sacred Foundry, which I imagine is the land you would want the most.
It's kind of annoying. I imagine we're going to get Stomping Ground.
Any other selection, I believe, is illegal, so that sort of determines that.
What are we searching for? Yeah, I mean, assuming he has 4 lands that he can search for in his deck.
Forest, Sacred Foundry, Stomping Ground, Temple Garden.
Yeah, so it's Stomping. It's Stompy G.
Yeah.
There it is. The Misty, not great in the deck.
No.
Generally finds the basic Forest or Stomping Ground. Unload.
Here we go.
2 green. Uh-oh, we're reading the Herbalist. Yeah, just 2 green. Nothing special. A couple Nicottles. You're up.
You are not kidding that he cannot be Tassiger.
No, it's over. It's over.
You were not kidding about that.
I wrote that you can't beat Tarmogoyf. It's because it's true. It's a 3-4. That's a roadblock.
That's so many. Just a lot of numbers.
You know how you beat Tassiger? You make those Nicottles into 3/3s and you put a Rancor on it. That's how you beat it. And that's not anything.
Yeah, and it's unlikely. I mean, it seems unlikely that they only have a Tassiger.
They might have something else.
They might have other cards. That's historically been my problem.
6-1 so far. Been doing fine.
Because I can't beat a card, and then they usually have at least 2.
Yep. Generally a problem.
Although it looks like Sledz here on a couple of removal spells and some lands, but nothing in the way of Snapcaster Mage or Tassiger.
Easy peasy.
And, you know, you're redundant on threats. You can brawl through this.
So the nice thing is against decks like this that are just going to like pick apart your creatures, because you're so redundant, not that big of a deal. It's when they have a huge blocker where that's game. There's a Lightning Bolt.
No, Sledz needs to lock him out with a blocker.
Yeah.
And I think right now his hand is just down to a Terminate, a Cantrip. You know, Stewart not out of the woods yet, but picking up a fetch land here. Now he has access to a Sacred Foundry. He's doing okay here. Even though Sledd's draw has just been all removal and cantrip so far.
Totally fine.
Totally fine.
I would want to probably go get the Sacred Foundry. I mean, it's that or Temple Garden. Those are those only lands that are fetchable.
Those are literally the only ones left. So
you might be asking yourself, Cedric, did you ever lose to the Grand Prix because you only had 4 fetchable lands?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. A couple times I wish I had a 5th. Didn't come up a ton. Definitely cost me in 1 game.
So imagine here that Stewart is looking for the Temple Garden. He's passed through the Sacred Foundry now a few times, so. Or he's just refreshing himself with the contents of his deck. Find out in a moment. Maybe a fail to find. I don't know. Range is wide.
I'm not sure I love the fail to find strategy so much. There we go.
I like that.
Okay. Big turn coming. Big turn.
Yeah. He's going to hit a Rancor into a Terminate.
That's unfortunate.
It's coming.
Goblin guy, is that okay?
Mana floating.
Another Goblin Guide. Rancor post-combat. Post-combat. No! Put on the Herbalist. It's your worst creature. Actually, I might put on a Goblin Guide. All right, it's dead. Lost our Rancor.
Yep. Rancor, unsurprisingly, stinging up the draw.
If it resolved, it was game.
Stuck up.
In for 7.
Right, it's implied that it's game because it means he doesn't have a removal spell.
Counter Squall.
It's only leveraging your best draws.
Counter Squall, not a great reveal to the
Not
Goblin
great
guy.
right now.
Not great. Don't have any cards in our hand. Draw a card. Draw and Counter Squall. Serum Vision's going to have to be pretty good.
Just Tassiker.
That's it. We lose.
A Snapcaster Mage might be good enough.
Maybe. Down to 7. How low will he go? Get a basic island. Look, I'm not going to sit here and let you disparage Rancor while I'm right next to you. Okay? It's not going to happen. It's not good in this matchup.
No.
It's not good in this matchup. All right. Serum Vision. Draw a card. Snapcaster Mage.
Okay.
Oof,
Oh, no.
Oh, no, no,
All right,
Snapcaster.
you lose.
This is not looking good at all.
You had a good run, now you're dead.
Got to draw burn spells. Got to draw Target's Command right now.
Well, he has a Counter Squall in his hand.
Well, he's going to play Snapcaster Mage.
Yeah, sure. The Target's Command this turn, still very much good.
Yeah. Attack step. This is all we can do. This is all our deck does. Misty Rainforest going to hand. Yikes. Snapcaster Mage the other reveal.
Yep. He set that up through the Serum Vision.
Smart.
So you get to, Snapcaster back the Bolt on the Wild Mikado, block the Goblin Guy, go to 5, and then you are locked out. So a Target's Command, great here for obvious reasons, but if he bricked, we're done.
I think he bricked. No creature to play? All right, this might be it. Might be time to tap
No,
him out.
I've been here before. You're done.
This is looking rough. Draw a card. Didn't get a good look at it.
It's Target's Command.
Was it?
I believe so.
A little
Could
late.
be wrong. Could be wrong. Thought it was a gold card, but it's possible I saw incorrectly.
All right. In with Goblin Guy. Trigger. Ugh. Tar Pit. That's probably going to kill us. Snapcaster Mage.
I think what killed us was that Rancor was not any other card.
Whatever.
In Magic. That's, I think, what killed us.
Whatever. All right, your turn. Sacrifice Misty Rainforest down to 4. Almost to 3. That's the magic number right now for the old Revolt Zoo deck. 1 to go. Can't forget about the Counter Squall in hand that we can't beat.
Yep.
But we set that aside for right now.
And I'm assuming here that Sledz, I don't know if he targeted the Terminate here or one of his cantrips. It could have been target one of the Terminates as insurance for a post-combat play.
Target to Terminate.
So not a blowout, just a trade, but still, Sledz really starting to pull ahead here.
Draw a card. Serum Visions, come on. Can't beat that. Thought Scour and a Blood Crypt. I think he's going to leave Thought Scour on top.
Yep.
Steam Vents and Tar Pit. Tar Pit on the battlefield tapped. Draw a card. Tarkus Command right on time. Sacrifice the old Wooded Foothills, Will Michael Stewart.
Out of fetchable lands now.
Getting the last one.
Out of lands, period, I suppose.
Getting the Temple Garden, then we're fresh out. That's going to end the battlefield tapped. I think he might have the Renegade. Bang. Naram Renegade. With Revolt.
Combo with fetch lands.
Ding.
As you may have heard
Very
75
familiar.
trillion times during previous season.
Narnham Renegade in the house. Here comes a Thought Scour for Richie Sledz. 2 go to the bin. Snapcaster Mage. Fatal Push. The draw. Didn't get a great look at it. We always got Counter Squall.
It's like Kolagon's Command, the pickup.
I've seen worse.
Would it be ideally against a 2-type creature in play? Makes it a little awkward here. Because I don't think he can, he can Kolagon's Command back to Snapcaster, but unless he's willing to play the Steam Vets untapped and tap out.
That is risky business. He's going to go down to 2. Boy.
And if he's doing this, it implies he's going to tap out, most likely. And at that point, the target's command left over in hand, there should be a window to resolve.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's the setup.
It induces the action.
It induces the action. It's all part of the plan. Rancor off the top. Really good with Death Touch, by the way. Kolagon's command. Going to make you discard and get a Snapcaster Mage back. Response.
And now he doesn't have enough mana here.
Mm-hmm. Tarkus command for 3, targeting you. All right, Counter Squall, totally fine.
Dude, you might have stole it. You might have stole it.
What do you mean might? You know what set it up? Rancor.
Well, this was going to...
Rancor.
That was going to happen regardless.
Rancor.
The Sledz had to make the same play just if he attacked.
Rancor did it. Rancor won that game.
Yep.
Michael Stewart.
That is hard to argue with.
Does win game number 1 here over Richie Sledz. Rancor Zoo up a game here over Grixis Control. As we prepare to take a look at the sideboard.
It would have been better if it was literally giant growth. It would have been better that game. Not kidding. Because he would have been able to play over the top of the Snapcaster Mage instead of just getting his thing killed before combat for no reason.
That might be true.
Go to the sideboard.
We will go to the sideboard. 3 full Intermage, 2 Surgical Extraction, 2 Negate, 2 Dispel. Bunch of fun-offs here in Collective Brutality. Kalida's Trader of Get cannot beat that.
No.
Engineered Explosives, Anger of the Gods, Damnation, and it is a static cast.
I'm in the market for the one-ofs here. The Damnation, the Anger of the Gods, Engineered Explosives, Kalidas, and Collective Brutality. All great here. The rest of the sideboard not offering a whole lot.
For Michael Stewart, 4 Tarmogoyfs. What is he, rich? 3 Path to Exiles, a 10 Street Hooligan, 2 Stony Silence, 2 Forked Bolt, and 2 Grafdigger's Cage.
I want the 4 copies of Tarmogoyf just to have more threats in the deck. I think it's very important post-board when Sledz is probably loading up more removal. I don't know if I want 3 copies of Path to Exile, but I want to have a little bit of interaction for Tassiger, so 1, maybe 2 copies, depending on what he wants to take out. I would start with 3X Rancor.
I would board out the Rancors here as well. It's totally fine. I have no problem with that. Tarmogoyfs are okay. 2 mana's a lot. You know, this is a matchup where you want Strangle Rootgeist. Believe it or not, a little better than Tarmogoyf against these Fatal Push Lightning Bolt decks.
Definitely. Yeah, I have no issue being talked into that.
The Goose, sometimes against Grixis Control, is loose. I like Strangle Rootgeist, but
is
none
it
of
a
the sideboard.
goose?
No, it's a spirit. But
it's a spirit?
Strangle Goose. Can you get it?
I don't at all.
It's not mine. It's Kyle Bogme's. Take it up with him. SCG Game Night. You ready for this?
Sure.
Hey, Strangle Right Goose could be one of these for this year.
Probably will be.
Probably won't be,
Probably will be.
For February, we've got the Corgi Firewalker that you can still win for a couple days here left in this month. And then March and April, Patrick will tell you about.
We got the other kits here. They're coming down the pipeline here. In March, you'll be playing for Pig Through Time. And then April, Fleece Keeper. Again, go.starcitygames.com/game night to find the game night close to you. Stores, if you want to get signed up for game night, contact your Star City Games in-store play representative.
Game number 2 about to be underway here between Revolt Zoo, hello, and Grixis Control. Might need to change the name to Rancor Zoo. Rancor clearly won the first game, which is important to note. All right, so it's not great in this matchup. Not great where they can kill your stuff. Mm-hmm. I can readily admit
It could just be another. It could just be another threat, right? I mean, Stewart, for example, I think only 2 copies of Curd Ape in his list. You know, you have, I thought, a couple copies of Vexing Devil. You could load up a little bit more on that if you wanted to.
You can. It's got 2 Simian Spirit Guides. Honest Spirit Guide. What else we got in this list? What other changes? Got 4 Experiment Fun. Yeah, okay. So not just a few changes. Not anything major. Love this deck, though. All in. Mm-hmm. Modern Leagues on Magic Online later tonight.
Settle in. Could be some SCG live after dark.
On the Periscope.
Yeah,
that's what we could have here for everybody at home.
Well, where the commentary will be less flattering towards opponents than perhaps it is here.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us, of course. Senator Phyllis, Patrick Sullivan, we are here in the booth. Nick Miller's over in the sideboard at SCG Tour, #SCGINDY, all weekend long as we make our way through 9 rounds today, 6 tomorrow, and eventually someone's walking out of here with $5,000, 30 SCG points, and an invite to our Season 1 Invitational in Roanoke, Virginia. Looking forward to that big tournament later this year. We can take a look at the prizes that are available here this week. I already mentioned first place, but a finalist will also walk out here with $2,000, 25 SCG points, and an invite to that Invitational. All top 8 competitors will qualify for the Invitational, and I think you might be qualified for the Invitational now.
I didn't look.
Yeah, you might be qualified after that 8th place last weekend in SCG Baltimore, huh? Dial it up. You do have an invitational top 8 to your name, right?
I do.
Jeez.
I do.
So accomplished in the early days.
With Kurt Abe Zoo in Legacy.
Yeah, did you have Wastelands in your deck?
Yes.
Weren't they horrible?
No, they were sweet. I mean, I did pay some costs with my Kurt Apes being 1/1s a lot, but
That's not great.
they were sweet.
You had Knight of the Reliquary, I think?
No.
So, didn't mean to
No.
offend, sorry.
I had a Fire Blast in my deck. I didn't have Knight of the Reliquary.
Yeah, it's actually a combo with that card.
Yeah, and
you understand?
Not with Kurt Ape.
Yeah. You're making fun of my Rancors over here. Your deck sounds horrible.
Dude, the check cleared.
Yeah,
I don't want to hear anything about my card selection. That check cleared.
All right, fair enough. Richie Sledz is on 6. Uh-oh, if he goes to 5, that's lights out probably. He'll scry. Top card becomes the bottom card. He's on the play. Watery Graves, suspend Ancestral Vision.
This is an optimistic man.
Ambitious. That is ambitious. We drew a Simian Spirit Guide. How good can we do?
It's not great.
Too many Tarmogoyfs.
Yeah, too many Goyfs.
Too many real Magic cards.
Right.
Stomping Ground, going to enter the battlefield untapped. Down to 17 goes Michael Stewart. We have a very wild Nicodle. Going to save that Spirit Guide for later. Everyone likes to make fun of the Spirit Guide. You can just cast it as a 2/2. Totally in play. Done it many a time.
So what would you cut in the removal matchup? I would imagine it's Rancor and a Tarkus Command are the dodgiest cards.
No, I just cut Rancor for Strangleroot Geist and then send it back out there.
Okay.
Because I just need the 3 damage from a Tarkus Command.
Okay.
I get him down to 6 a lot, and you just need to be able to close it out. And sometimes if you're running real good, you get to just light him up with the Tarkus Command for a bunch. Creeping Tar Pit pass. Nicodle's going to be a 3/3 here in a second.
I think we got a turn coming now with that Spirit Guide.
Yeah, I like a Tarmogoyf plus Renegade turn.
Well, the issue there is if he wants to do that, he can't get. Oh, I guess he can just get the Temple card in here and he's fine. Yeah.
Yeah. Or Basic Forest.
Right.
But I do
Well,
want
he wants the planes.
Yeah, you want the planes for the Nicodle.
And you need double green for the Goyf and for the
Renegade.
Exactly.
Yeah,
so
okay.
I think you got to get Temple Guard in here to make this all work. Assuming what he wants to do is Simian Spirit Guide and play his 2 green cards, which is my instinct.
Dump that hand. If your opponent has Anger of the Gods, good, you lose. He doesn't even have red mana yet.
Yeah, whatever.
It's not anything. Ah, yes, Honest Abe over here. Honest Abe with the Spirit Guide. Make sure you put that counter on that Renegade. You do not want to forget that counter on that Renegade. I think he may have missed it.
What are you going to do? Still got Death Touch at least.
Yeah.
Matters a lot because Snapcaster Mage, you know.
We'll see. We'll see if he gets the counter or not. I think he may have missed it, though. Yeah, Tarmogoyf a little bit bigger. Vision's down to 2. Tarmogoyf at 2/3. What do we have here? Snappy on Serum Vision.
Yeah, missing that trigger makes it much more appealing to go down this path because Sledz now can trade the Snapcaster Mage with the Renegade.
Tarmogoyf looking especially bad this game. Down to a 1/2. No sorcery in the graveyard anymore. See if we can grow it a little bit. Michael will draw another land. He's got a Tarmogoyf and a Tarkus Command and 2 Windswept Heaths, it looks like. Beatdowns. Good choice.
Still worth a lot of damage.
Oh, yeah. And Snapcaster Mage bites the dust.
So it's basically worth 6, 2 from the pump, 3 from the Lava Spike, and then it puts an instant in the graveyard.
Yeah, it's worth a lot.
Yeah. Now there's a creature there too.
Perfect. Tarmogoyf gonna grow. So this should be an attack for 3.
I count 10 damage coming through.
Yeah, total after everything's done.
Because the Goy's a 2/3, Wild Nakado's a 3/3, so that's 5, 6, 7 from the pumps, 3 for the Lava Spike.
Yep. I count the same as you. You can see the types that are in the graveyard. No sorcerer anymore because Snapcaster Mage recast that Serum Vision, so it's actually exiled. So it's just it's a healthy hit.
It's a lot coming across here.
Sledz is down to 5. Will we see Ancestral Visions come off suspend? That's the million-dollar question. In Island,
So I'm not a fan of playing the Island if he has a Tarn and Anger of the Gods in his deck.
Okay.
Because you can still draw. If you play the Island, you can't cast Anger of the Gods.
Very true.
If you tap your land first, if you draw exactly Anger of the Gods, you can cast it. And you got to leave that path available to you. Even though he has to go down to 2. Could die on the way back, but you got to at least try. Well, I suppose the Anger puts a sorcery in the graveyard, so.
Well, actually, and it's already a 3/4 because it's a creature too.
Right.
Yeah,
so yeah, Anger's off the table.
Yeah. And he doesn't have Damnation in his hand to just be able to play land Damnation. Sledz has a Damnation in his sideboard, so I don't know what the outs are right now. Don't have a great look at his hand, but I know there are 3 lands there. There's also Serum Visions, which he's going to cast, so that's where he'll start. Scry 2. Oh, there's the Damnation. I don't know if he makes.
Can he get a turn?
Yeah, that's the question.
Then it looks real good.
If he gets a turn, he gets Damnation and 3 additional cards. Well, both those are going to the bottom, so the answer is I don't think so. This is another Serum Visions. Now I think he's just cut off from doing enough to kill enough stuff. One on top, one on bottom. It would have to be bolt.
Well, he gets a turn off of a removal spell, right? Because he goes to 1.
Because there's no counter on the Renegade.
Right. That counter's a big deal.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Yeah, but there's a sorcery down the graveyard.
It needs to be Terminate. He needs to kill the Tarmogoyf at this point.
Okay.
But then he goes to 1 and then.
Got it. If it's Terminate or Fatal Push.
Yeah.
Kill the Tarmogoyf, go to 1. You're still playing. Got it. All right, time to untap and draw. Another land here for Stewart. So either Sledz has a removal spell or he doesn't. It's that simple. Attack with everybody. Yep, and that's going to do it. Michael Stewart's going to win this match over Richie Sledz. 2-0. Revolt Zoo will take care of Grixis Control. And for Michael Stewart, he's locked in day 2 now. He's 7-1.
Congratulations to him. Sledz will be playing and winning in the next round. And on the play, Watery Grave and Ancestral Vision defines the game in very strict terms.